Okay. All right. Another one of the greatest TLC television shows, Smothered. I have two of the stars. I mean, starting from season 1. And I was just saying to both of you, I'm here with Cher and Dawn, by the way.
Hi.
Hi. We're so excited to be here.
Yes.
Well, you guys are like my speed and energy. So people are either going to love this interview or be like, these 3 bitches talk way too fucking much. I mean, it's one of the other.
It's true. You love us or you hate us. That's
so
how it
true.
goes.
And we do talk forever.
But I was saying, you guys should give yourselves so much credit. The fact that you have been on a show for 4 seasons is, I mean, it's not easy. It's really not easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy. I feel like every season, it gets like crazier and crazier, and we don't get to watch the episode until it comes out. So we don't see it until everybody else sees it, and literally it gets more wild every season. So I think it's just because you're getting to really dive deeper into the duo's relationships, and I mean, I find the show so fascinating.
Well, to be honest with you, I mean, season 4 is like bananas beyond bananas. I mean, seriously, I mean, you got a mom-daughter duo who like to get naked in bed. I mean, it is like almost like, okay. I mean, I can tolerate a lot, and I'm just like, this is odd. You have Lee, who's like this runaway star, the lesbian couple that are having their daughter. I mean, Lee's like a whole trip into herself. You have the first ever trans mom combo. Okay, did you guys have any heads up, like who the other groups were going to be on Smothered this season?
No. We had no idea. And I feel like it's always so exciting to like see who they're going to be. And we don't always know who's coming back either. So that's always exciting to find out. And then when we like find out who the new mother-daughter duos, we're always like looking them up on Instagram and social media and trying to like figure out their stories. But we really don't know what's going to go down until the show airs.
It's so interesting seeing all the different relationships with these moms and daughters, that there's so many different relationships.
Oh my God, so many different ones and the dynamics. And I wondered, because I almost thought, did you guys feel any pressure, or did you feel from the producers you were getting some pressure to up the ante on season 4? Because I mean, this is kind of like the wildest group we've ever had. Did you guys feel going into recording, like, I mean, you guys are doing pole dancing together, but like, did you feel pressure that you had to bring it even more this season?
It's so funny. I feel like pole dancing with your mom is like totally normal. And people are like, I would never go pole dancing with my mom. And I'm like, that's a workout class. Like, I love that. So to me, I think this is just so like us. And I feel like you guys are the weird ones to think that's weird. Like, it shouldn't be off limits.
Don, what about for you? Every season, do you guys feel like, oh, we've got to up the ante? Or do you just keep it like, okay, we'll be ourselves and whatever happens, happens?
It's so funny. I really feel we are ourselves. And sometimes when you watch it back and other fans are saying, why did you do this? Or what? We go, oh my God, maybe it is a little crazy, but this is us.
Yeah, I mean, it is truly, I actually feel like your relationship looks even more normal this season. I mean, you guys are kind of like people like, all right, they have a healthy relationship.
Yeah, I don't know if Reddit and Facebook groups totally agree, but I'm glad that you think that, because I think that.
What over the 4 years, which truly is an eternity to be on television. So, I mean, whether people love you or hate you, that right there is a huge accomplishment. But what over the past 4 years has anything gotten to you? Like, obviously, I mean, there are Reddit feeds, Reddit strands about you, I mean, you guys are on TikTok. Has there ever been a comment or a real sore spot that's gotten to you over the years?
For me, I think that when someone sees my mom as being not nice or mean or overbearing, when I know at that moment, really, she was trying to help me. And I think the way the camera portrayed it was as her being like too much and not letting Jared have an opportunity. Oh, I can give you the perfect example, actually. When we were, during one of the seasons, I was giving birth to my daughter, Belle, and my mom was there for me and she was supporting me, and Jared was there too, but he just got off of a 24-hour work, like nonstop. He was in surgery. He was exhausted. He really was so tired. And my mom was helping me so much. And people took it as my mom, like, pushing Jared out of the way, when in reality, I'm so thankful that my mom was there, because Jared was exhausted and really couldn't fully be there for me at that moment because he was just overly tired. So hearing people say how terrible my mom was for pushing my husband out of the way really wasn't the full case. And so that always kind of gets to me when I'm like, my mom's so great, you know? So I always feel bad in that way.
Dawn, what about for you?
I think the main thing is really just to be true to ourselves. We know each other. We know how we feel about things. And, you know, the fans don't know us. So as long as we're true to ourselves, I feel it's okay, whatever they say. Everyone has an opinion.
And I think the fact that we're here on season 4 is really exciting to be able to share our journey. But there's a really, good saying, you can, love someone or hate someone as long as you're talking about them. And the fact that we were able to get here is just such a cool experience. And for us, we love doing it just because we're able to look back on these amazing experiences. Like, I get to watch my daughter getting born again or being pregnant again and seeing her as this cutest little baby. And it's really special. So even when I was just going to say, I don't love the mean comments and the hateful comments, but I try not to let that get to me as much as I can.
And like Cher was saying, looking at it and watching it all over again, the different scenes, like when Cher told me for the first time that she was pregnant, every time I watch that, I literally cry. I feel like, and I get goosebumps all over because it brings back such memories. And then when Cher gave birth, like Cher was saying, it was just so special. So to get to see that is just like amazing. And then to see Belle when she was so little and now she's 3 years old, like, wow,
Dawn, what were your children like as children? Because, your son has been on The Bachelor. I mean, you guys are a little bit of like a reality dynasty here. Your son was on Rachel Lindsay's season of The Bachelor. He didn't win, but I mean, that's still a big deal. You guys are on. I mean, were your kids all like standouts and you were like, we got to be on television? I mean, what was it like with their childhood?
We're all very close, like I'm very close to my sons too, not just Cher. I make sure I speak to them every day also. And
whether they like it or not.
Yes, whether they like it or not. Sometimes they're not too happy about it, but I say, as long as you speak to me for a couple of minutes a day, I'm happy.
Yes. But did you know from a young age, like that you guys were like ready for television, or no, not till you were older and then this idea came?
Well, Cher was on my Super Sweet 16 many years ago, and she was just always very out there and shining, and so is Grant. They're just very very out there and very, they just say it as it is, and they have a lot of friends and everything. So
yeah, so you just kind of knew it was like this natural progression.
It just happened.
I think it just happened. Like, we were on MTV's My Super Sweet 16. And then after that, it was a show called MTV's Exiled, where they like exiled me to the jungles of Panama. And that was really fun. But then I took off time and I went to college and that was really, amazing. And then this opportunity that, like, my mom and I just have been so close. Like, if you rewatch My Sweet 16, like, we were always close. I feel like we've gotten even closer though as I've gotten older, because now we can be friends and not just be like mother and daughter. And so